coffee brewing as the sun peeks through the haze. And birds are chirping, serenading morning's praise. Front porch creaks as dreams fade away. America's awakened to a brand new day. Old vinyl spinning a sweet old tune. Day starts dancing under a sleepy moon. Loose print smudges on fingers of grace. America's awakened at her own steady pace. Sips of sunshine in a coffee cup. Simple moments lifting spirits up. From the mountains to the sandy shore. Morning in America, want just a little more. Neighbors waving with a friendly rise. Kids with backpacks chasing daylight skies. Eyes cooling on a windowsill so fine. America's awakened with a heart full of shine. Old vinyl spinning a sweet old tune. Day starts dancing under a sleepy moon. Newsprint smudges on fingers of grace. America's awakened at her own steady pace. Sips of sunshine in a coffee cup. Simple moments lifting spirits up. From the mountains to the sandy shore. Morning in America, want just a little more. Neighbors waving with a friendly rise. Kids with backpacks chasing daylight skies. Eyes cooling on a windowsill so fine. America's awakened with a heart full of shine. Neighbors waving with a friendly rise. Kids with backpacks chasing daylight skies. Eyes cooling on a windowsill so fine. America's awakened with a heart full of shine. Tractors rumble, fields coming alive. Big wheels turning where hopes and dreams strive. Laughter echoes down the old dirt road. America's awakened to lighten her load. America's awakened to lighten her load.
Hey there, good morning, good morning. I hope you're all having a great morning. Loud ass whistle. Oh, that brings me such joy, such joy. And I'm a little bit late this morning, so I've got the sun in my face. Oh, wow. There was one thing that happened. Well, a couple things that happened over the weekend that I haven't quite discussed. Um, which I want everyone, if you haven't already, join on Facebook, join our Ecosystem 1.0 group. You can also join the Veteran Nation group on there because I post funny stuff in there. I also, if you're not a member of the channel, that's probably going to be the fastest way when I do push out something, the fastest way for you to find out. Because if you're a member of the channel, you'll get access to stuff members only first. That is a perk of joining. Which, by the way, $10 is our goal. Everyone, we will have ads unless if I get $10 of super stickers, super chats, all that stuff. And if I get that, we'll turn off ads. But if you join as a member, you get 20% off of the merchandise, which Lacey here has the Veteran Nation merchandise. So you get 20% off that, but you get access to all the stuff a little bit early. Right? You're awake thanks to the steam whistle. It's a little bit better than Good Morning Vietnam. I thought about that. And which I do want to talk about that a little bit later. But yeah, so all that stuff is all stuff that'll be out there. I'm trying to think what there was something else I wanted to mention. Oh yeah, so you'll get first access if you join. But if not, if you don't want to pay the money, join either Ecosystem or Veteran Nation. groups on Facebook, I try to push things out there just so people know when I'm if it's not a coffee with the skipper, I try to keep you guys updated as to when stuff is going on. So there's my plugs for all that stuff. Uh, this weekend, Pam Carson, aka Susan Cartwright, aka Juanita, tried to join the ecosystem. And uh, for those of you who don't know, she likes to control all the Otter Creek and What the Hell's group. She is a mod in like every single one. And there's Coop. Hey, good morning. And yeah, I said, yeah, I'm not having that. I'm not having that. Um, people have come to me and said, she's not trying to control the groups. Well, why is she a mod in every single one? Why? Why? And it's because there's she likes to stir up drama. She also likes to control narratives. So yeah, that's for me. I used to be friendly with her, but it became very clear to me that she was playing people against each other. And when there was a couple big fallouts, I was like, okay, yeah, I'm done. I'm done. And you guys got to know about Skipper. Like, I don't have enemies. I don't have a problem with her other than I'm just not going to do anything. Like, she's dead to me. Like, I don't want her around. I did find it hilarious that she was trying to join the ecosystem. Like, why? Why? I don't come to you. I don't go into her groups. And uh, Carol Welsh wanted me as a mod in one of her groups, and I'm like the world's worst mod because I really don't like doing things. I don't like taking action, and I'm a stickler for the rules. The rules are there for a reason, and I'll just always stick to the rules. But yeah, so Carol wanted me as a mod in her group, and I was like, yeah, you can add me. That's not a problem. But then uh, I found out Pam was also an admin or a mod, one of them, I can't remember, and I was like, "Sorry, I'm not gonna be a part of this." And I have a lot of respect for Carol. I like her. We do have like discussions back and forth. She brings me things. If there's something I don't think anyone knows, I take it to her. Um, and I respect what she's doing over there. But I told her, I said, "Look, this is just someone I am not going to do anything with. I'm not going to hold any hate. I just don't want them. I don't want her and her ilk near me." And so she had tried to join, and I found it hilarious. So I posted about it. And, there's a lot of these people who like her and they don't want infighting. Well, if you don't want infighting, just walk away. Like you don't have to come to my group. You don't have to come to my pages, like and do anything. Uh, like you don't have to. Just 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 stay away. Um, and that's one thing I find funny. None of these people can stay away. They all have to come. And then another guy he's been a mod of several things, and he thinks I've got a problem with him. I really don't. Is a guy. Oh, there's Mayor Dan. We're just talking some of the what the hell's Facebook drama. Uh, yeah, Joey Fleetwood is his name. I've got no problem with the guy. Some people do, like DJ Radis has a big I have no problem with him. But then he's a big fan of Pam. He keeps saying that that she's his sister. So he then started posting about it in other groups. Well, in the ecosystem, anything that happens in the ecosystem, rule 3 is don't take it other places. Like if you have a problem, you deal with it in the group. Don't run somewhere else and try to talk behind people's backs. That's we consider that harassment, and that's been a rule since day one. And I confronted him about it, and he uh just started. I was like, "Hey, just tell me why I shouldn't ban you. Like, why should I suspend you and not ban you?" And he started threatening to kick me out of the groups he's in. I don't give a shit. If you guys notice, what groups am I posting in? I'm not posting in any of those groups. So, I don't care. Kick me out. Like, I don't care. I'm like, if I joined it, I'm not a participating member, primarily probably because Pam Carson is in there. There's been several that, when stuff's been sent to me and I look and I see that I'm in it and she's a mod, I just leave it. Because I don't want to be anywhere around her. I don't want to be associated with her. Um, but yeah, and then he was threatening to ban other people from his groups. And it's like, this is exactly the problem with these groups. People like Pam and Joey who want to control. They want to control the narrative. They want to control you. And they will threaten you and they will try to uh get you to conform to their stuff. No. I, Here's the thing. I don't want to control anyone. We've had people from the anti what the hell. Some people don't like that they're in my group or well, in our group. I don't care. I don't care. They can come in there as long as they're following the rules. If Paint Chips wants to post something, fine. But the moment you break the rules, and a lot of them have broken the rules and have gotten suspended, and a couple of them have gotten banned, um, you know, th- you let them screw it up for themselves. I don't have to throw people out because I don't like them. They always don't follow the rules. And me, when something like this happens, I go right to the mods and I post it in our mod chat and I'm like, here you go. Uh this is what's happening. Here's what I propose being done. We'll discuss it and then we take action. And with them, you know, there were people we were discussing suspending him or banning him, and I was like, okay. So I went to him and I said, just give me a reason why I should not ban you. And he immediately went to threats. So I'm like, okay, well, but I still laugh like, and all this was caused by them. Like, I didn't ask for Pam to come into my group. She knows, like, she doesn't like me. That's fine. I don't like her. Stay away. Stay away from me. Why are you trying to come into my group? You know, fine. Because I can tell you, Coop and Georgie, uh, they could take her or leave her. Um, Someone's got me following a group. Hey Marta, like, and then there's another group up out there of just a bunch of women who just like to complain, and I know it was posted in there too because I got screenshots. That's the thing. I don't have to be a part of these groups. People will send me screenshots. Like, you don't see me going other places to talk about people. Like, right where I'm at. And as long as you follow the rules, you can confront me right there. I don't care. But yeah, one who had a thing was Sue Beaumont. Uh, she came onto my page and was like, "Oh, Skipper's this and this and this," and her and I had it out. What is it, a month ago? And I was like, she was like, "I'm unfriending," and I was like, "Okay, good. Stay gone this time. Stay gone," because like, you're not adding anything. Like, she doesn't watch my show unless if there's something she wants to attack me on. So you're not adding to this. And that's what I wish other creators would know is that when these people start this drama, they're not trying to help your show in any way. I've had people try to control me and the things I say on the show. They're not doing that because it will be better for the show. It's all because of them. And I, you know, been doing this 6 years. I've come to terms that there are people who just don't like me. I don't care. Don't come and try to change me. I will be doing my show the way I want to. Does it mean I'll grow slower? Maybe. Does it mean that people won't watch? Maybe. But guess what? Those aren't the people I want to watch. You guys who are here, I want to put on a good show for you. Those of you like I got you guys. I didn't welcome everyone. And I'll do that. But those of you who are here, I appreciate you guys being here. Kathy Silva, good morning. Nancy, good morning. Vet firefighter. good morning. Hellhound, good morning. Joan Hagman, good morning. Uh, who else? Nanny Clampett, good morning. Um, Darlene, good morning. Coop, good morning. Mayor Dan, good morning. See, you guys, Marta, good morning. You guys are the ones I would much rather entertain because you enjoy it. I'm not leaving, just saying, tell them all, oh, yeah, yeah. Like, go away. Go away. I don't want you here. You don't want to be here. I don't want you here. Those of you who are here and you're here like every day and we have fun and we talk about stuff, you guys are the ones I want here. Like, I, I'm not going to get into battles with the fleas. Like, you want that? There's other shows doing that. Uh, Laura, good morning. I'm not going to do a lot of parody songs. There are channels for that. If that's what you want, go get that content. But don't come to me and tell me what I should be doing. Hey, Fran, good morning. And that's one thing. Like these people, like I know that like they don't care for me. Okay. Oh, Skipper, he's anti-woman. Skipper, he's cocky. Okay, go away then. Why are you here? Why are you coming to my Facebook group and my Facebook page? My Facebook page. Like, go away. I don't care. Hey, Georgie. Good morning. Like, yeah, I I don't understand. Well, I do understand it. These people have a need to not just be heard, but um they want the messages that they want out there. And I'm sorry, there's some of this stuff that I'm like, I don't care about it. Uh, just to be honest, there's some of these things I don't care about. Um, there are things that it's not a big deal to me. Hey, Grammy loves, good morning. Joan Walton, good morning. See, I always have a problem. Joan Hageman and Joan Walton, they both have the green avatar. So, and they both starts off with Joan, so I got to look. Most Marines are. Yeah, that's one thing I love too. And they're like, no Marine would act like you. I'm like, and you don't know many Marines, because I am very much a Marine. Uh, and in fact, I am probably, if on on how Marines act on a scale of 1 to 10, I'm probably a 6. I'm very milk toast. You were No, I was not live last night. I mod for Madam Mayor, and people there were for the drama last night. Uh, I mean, there are people trying to start drama with the Grangers. They are. I've talked to Brett about that. I've given him um, some good advice, veteran to veteran. I think he's doing, well with everything that's going on. I think he's doing very well. That's where I was concerned with some of the drama. I was concerned about, because I deal with veterans all the time, and mentally, a lot of them just lose their shit, and that's why, like when we were talking about that was where my concern. But I should have known that he'd be okay. He's a Christian. He knows to pray. He knows to like go to a pastor or religious leader for guidance. He's smart like that. Um, and yeah, we have developed a friendship that I'm very thankful for. Um, he keeps begging me to go to Tennessee, and I won't lie, I'm looking. I'm like, those plane tickets are kind of cheap. I could get into Nashville. I just have a lot of, we've got I've got to go to Ohio for the holidays. We've got the uh we got the cruise in February. I do have a lot of stuff going on right now. But I've also told him, hey, pack up the RV, come out here. I've got connections. You can hook right up. Not a problem. Um and he's considering that. But we have a lot of things similar. So we've gotten a pretty decent friendship that we've created, which is amazing because, with all these friendships, they're not people that like I see every day. But there are people who will absolutely try to break up those friendships. And that's what I was experiencing last night because the threats I was getting was threats to other people. Like, if you ban me, I'll ban you and these people. And I was like, right there's the problem. That's exactly what I don't want to be associated with in any shape or form. So, yeah. uh, but again, it's all these people coming to me. All of them coming to me. I don't go to them. Uh, or, you know, they just can't follow the rules. I don't think our rules are that difficult. They're very easy to understand and follow. Um, I had one person well, actually, it was Sue Beaumont, had a huge problem with the rules. Like, it's unclear. I'm like, I took it to the other mods. I'm like, is this unclear? And they're like, no. But she was suggesting a couple things and I changed it. She had a huge problem with uh like people like Paint Chips and Volpe being allowed in. Again, you just let people, they'll ruin that for themselves. I knew that from all my work with all the shipyard Marines, the Marines who are always a problem. They will you give them enough rope, they're either gonna pull themselves up or hang themselves. And most times they hang themselves. You have a oh, it's your birthday. Congratulations, Mayor Dan. Happy birthday. Um, okay. That's pretty cool. Happy birthday, Mayor Dan. You got my mind thinking now. Um, but yeah, so that's one thing. Like mental illness, and here's the thing. Remember, I alluded to if you watched yesterday, we did Veteran Nation Unexplained, and at the end, I talked about I have someone reaching out with harassing communication to me. And I have made one police report, and they decided to reach out again, and I'm making another police report. So, it's like that doesn't bother me. Like you can keep digging yourself a hole. I do not want your harassing communications. It is to annoy, threaten, and California has three things. It's annoy, threaten, and induce fear, I believe was the other one. Uh, but that's what constitutes harassment in this state. And it's like, okay, you can keep doing that. Um, I don't want to hear from you. I don't want any contact from you, but you keep sending me stuff. Okay, that's what's going to happen. So I'll be taking action on that one today. Uh, but yeah, so and I do have a new segment coming out later on today. It is Military Mentorship Mondays. I uh, I create a list of all the things that military members, what senior military leaders wish their young military members knew. And I actually showed it to a lot of senior Marines and also a couple senior veterans from other services. And they looked at what I had. Hey, Palmers, good to see you. That's okay. We're glad when you're here. We are glad when you're here. Um, but yeah, all the things that the senior military leaders wish the junior guys knew, things that took me several years to figure out. But this is going to be. I had these other military leaders look at it and validate what I was saying. They were like, a couple of them were going down the list, like, oh yeah, yeah, yep, this one. And then they were giving me things that I need to add to it. So I'm going to be recording those. I've already started on it. I'm going to be recording those, and they're going to be YouTube shorts, but they will be going out every Monday. Um, I normally, when I push out videos, I normally do 12:30 my time, which would be 3:30 your time. So I think I'm gonna stick with that. But yeah, that'll be every Monday. And when I do that, please share it. If you know, if you got a family member who's in the military, send it to them. Send it to them. Um, yeah, I'm even talking to one of the Marine Corps trade schools about them potentially using it for their own mentorship program. So uh, that's the benefits of being on base every day. Uh, but I think this is something that can legitimately help them. Things that I wish I someone would have told me. There's things they tell you like the leadership traits, acronym JJ did type buckle, you know, judgment, justice, decisiveness, initiative, you know, that's what that acronym stands for. They teach you that stuff, but they don't really tell you what's gonna be like that whole thing is successful, but what do you really need to know? Got an important date at 11, gotta run. You too, Nanny Clampa, good to see you, and, yeah, you have fun today, enjoy that date. But yeah, um, so yeah, those were the big things I wanted to talk I also wanted to talk about I am laughing so much about Tim Waltz being called a retard. That to me is just hilarious. Uh Sorry, guys. Hey, Teresa Greer. Good to see you. Good morning. Good morning. She's coming in from over there on Facebook. I know we got people watching us on X. I had like 50 people watching the show yesterday on X. Haven't checked today how many are watching. Let's find out. Of course, we are broadcast by Patriot 911 News over there. Um, so 21 people are watching over there on X right now. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I do not see that money. They are monetized. I worked to get monetized, and then X had an issue with some of my stuff. Really, they didn't want me to monetize. I'm sure of that. So uh, Patriot 911 News, I was talking about it. They approached me and said, "Hey, we'll stream it," and I was like, "Well, are you?" I said, "Are you guys monetized?" And they said, "Yeah, we are." I was like, "Okay, just as long as someone's making money off it, I'm happy." Which is fine because they have 50,000 followers. So, you know, there's 30 people on X watching right now, but there will be people who watch it later on in the day. And, that's what some people don't realize. Some people like always be protective of your brand, but also don't don't be don't be unwilling to expand your brand. Uh, that was the whole thing of us doing ecosystem 1.0. Uh, that's why I told Patriot 911 News, yeah, no, broadcast my show. I will still own it. It is still mine. Well, actually, I own half of it. Uh, NRN owns the other half. We need a tampon big enough for kids' mouth. Uh, but yeah, we, I, they're not going to like they'll make it when it goes. Oh yeah, yeah. Am I really spicy? I'm just talking about why are these people coming to me? Leave me alone. I don't want to do anything with you. Leave me alone. Um I still have not watched Jeremy's update yesterday, so I will watch that. I did find it funny that he had a members only saying goodbye to Otter Creek and then he shows up in Otter Creek. He trolled them masterfully. Uh, they're so easy to troll. But yeah, like that is an expand like that's a way for me to expand my brand. The people watching on X right now wouldn't see me because, they're probably not people who come to YouTube or Rumble or Facebook where I'm also broadcast. So yeah, I worked out an agreement with them, just that they can stream it on X, but nowhere else. I will retain the copyright for it. But they can make money restreaming it, and I'm perfectly, pushing it out on X. I'm perfectly fine with that. There should be something in it for them. And I've had discussions with other places about it. Um, like I had a TV channel who wanted to take Veteran Nation as a TV show. Uh, it was up in Northern California. It was a small network. Uh, but the problem is they wanted the copyright. And I was like, yeah, I'm not going to give that up. I learned from Walt Disney years ago, don't give up your copyright. Walt Disney, when he was young and trying to earn money, he gave up his copyrights and he spent the rest of his life trying to get them back. And he didn't before he died. The Disney Corporation did get his copyrights back, but they had to pay money and yeah, they did have to uh pay money for it, but they did eventually get him back. But he did not see his copyrights back um, in his lifetime. So, trying to think what else was going. Oh, I saw one where uh, Nancy Sinatra, she's got Trump derangement syndrome, and she was posting things about how her dad would not have supported Trump, and someone posted a link to a video. Apparently, Donald Trump and Frank Sinatra did not like each other when Frank was alive. And that was because Donald Trump wrote a book where he talked about he had dinner with Frank Sinatra, and Frank Sinatra was getting very physical and rough with his wife. And so Donald Trump talked about it, and ever since then, Frank and him did not get along, uh, which I found funny. And people posted that back to her, and I was like, "Oh yeah." Uh, but yeah, and Tim Walz literally had a press conference to tell the world he's not a retard. I find that hilarious. You don't see Trump doing press conferences like, and Tim Walz was like, this causes violence and stuff. It's like, really? Really, Tim? How about calling Trump a Nazi? Hmm? Does that cause violence? Telling people punch a Nazi? You're a retard. Yeah, that's one thing I find funny about the left. They will do that, and then when it comes back on them, they're like, "Ah!" Just like just like the whole redistricting thing. Like, Texas said, "Hey, we're gonna redistrict," and they had reasons for redistricting. Um, and California, "Well, if you redistrict, we're gonna redistrict." And I was like, "Oh, you want this fight? You want okay, okay, we're gonna do this fight." And, because California did it, then Ohio, Missouri, North Carolina, and Florida all said, "Oh, okay, we're going to redistrict now." And so the Democrats are going to lose at least, I'm thinking at least 10 seats. They're gaining what we know right now. They're gaining two in Indiana. Looks like they're going to gain three in Ohio. North Carolina is, I think, going to be one. So that's six. And Florida is going to get four or five. So if Texas and Florida cancel out, the Republicans are probably still going to gain close to 10 seats. No, Indiana already voted on it. It is happening in Indiana. It's Missouri's doing it as well. Uh, sorry, guys. Missouri's doing it as well, but we don't know how many seats it's going to turn into. And I'm seeing all these Democrats being like, well, we're going to redistrict our states. I'm like, where? Where? You look at New England. Vermont only has one seat, so that one's out. Maine, Massachusetts, Connecticut, Rhode Island, all are already gerrymandered. Like, Delaware is only one seat, so you can't do that. Pretty much what they have is Illinois, Oregon, and Maryland, and if they were to do that, at best, they would get one seat from each. So that would only be three seats. They just don't have the opportunities. Because and here's the thing, those New England states, they're already gerrymandered. Look look at look at the congressional seats in Maine and Massachusetts and Connecticut and tell me they're not gerrymandered. They are absolutely gerrymandered. Um, so it's like, no, you guys have been doing this for years. You've been doing it. We're just going to do it. Um, I know they were talking about New York. I don't think New York has some very strict election laws. I don't think they'll be able to do it in New York. Like they always talk about, oh, voter ID and um, y- you know, was it absentee ballots? New York. When you look into New York's voting and election laws, they are so strict. It is it is the strictest in the nation. Um, there's still some shenanigans that happen there, not as bad as other places. Like uh, Chicago and Detroit, they just ballot stuff. They absolutely ballot stuff. Now, does it happen everywhere? Um, yes and no. Like, yeah, there you can do ballot stuffing in very urban areas, like where it's like solidly, Dem controlled. Um, in your rural areas, so much harder to ballot stuff. So much harder. Um, it's just like any other corruption. The bigger the bureaucracy, the easier it is. The bigger the bureaucracy, harder it is to root out the corruption. Smaller, easier it is to root it out. So, like your rural areas, it's so much easier to get rid of corruption there. Because just like that sheriff in Texas, not the world's biggest county, it started hitting national news, and he backed it the fuck down. Now do that with someone in a big city like Baltimore or Detroit, they ain't backing down. They're gonna dig their heels in. Detroit is one of the most corrupt cities, and that I knew about that before Kwame Kilpatrick became the mayor. You want to read about corruption? Read about Kwame Kilpatrick, the hip hop mayor. The dude was kicked out of DC strip clubs. He came into DC for a mayor's conference, and him and his entourage spent thousands of government dollars, and they were given, I don't know if it was Capitol Police escort or Secret Service escort, but pretty much they just went to strip clubs and they had to pay tons of money back. Hmm. I'm looking at the news right now. I'm going to be done in a few minutes. I'm just seeing if there's any stories I want to talk about. I am not seeing much. Rosie O'Donnell's life in exile. Who the hell cares? No one cares about Rosie or what's the other one? Was LP there? I, that would be disgusting to see Lynette stripping. Hey, Greg of Scotland, good to see you. Stop. No, you're not coming up here, cat. Go away. Um, yeah, Rosie, her and Ellen. That's what I was trying to think of. Ellen. Like, no one cares. And do you ever notice when I've seen Republicans say, "Hey, I'm leaving." When Republicans leave, they go to places like Qatar and Dubai. Okay, that's where I see them for the most part leaving. Uh, when liberals leave, they're always going to predominantly white countries. Like they'll go to Scandinavia, or they'll go to the UK. They're never going to Venezuela. They're never going to Brazil. They're, all these socialist countries that they're like, oh, well, socialism is so great. They always go to the white ones. They never go to diversify the brown ones. You know, yeah. The closest you have are uh you like I see most Republicans are going to the brown country. Like um we've got our buddy uh flying auditor, Greg. he's going to Panama, I think it is. He's gonna be living in Panama and Thailand, back and forth. He's retired. He's doing that because it's a money play, because it's cheaper to live in those countries. I don't see a lot of liberals doing it. I really don't. Or when they do, they're always going to the white countries. They're going, which to me is stupid because those European countries are so expensive. Like, I would go to those European countries for job opportunities or for, for my business to expand. Ellen came to the UK, now she's leaving, she doesn't like it. What's not to like about the UK? I don't get it. Is it that you can't treat people like shit? Because if you in the UK, you treat people like shit, they are willing to throw down. Like, I will say that about the UK. You end up a dick. Um, that's true um, of the Commonwealth countries too. The only one that's not is Canada. I remember when I was living in Abu Dhabi. Yeah, the UK is great. I had a great time there. I Me and my wife were looking at moving part-time to Costa Rica. Yeah, there's a lot of people I know doing that. Um, but yeah, when I was in Abu Dhabi, I joined a golf league. Just because I was there for 2 weeks just on my own, but I did bring my golf clubs, and because the government was paying for me to bring all my shit, so I was like, okay, I'm bringing golf clubs. But I joined this league, and it was a good way to meet people, especially people who were not Americans, which it was actually some. I was like, I'm gonna take this opportunity in another culture to not hang out with Americans. I did a little bit, but mainly I hung out with people from other cultures, which was great. And I remember I was always paired up because I didn't know anybody. Like, a lot of these people, they had foursomes where it was like their buddies and stuff. But I got paired up with this couple from New Zealand. They were an older couple. They were really great people and a lot of fun. And but on this one night, I will say we were playing slow. And here's why: we had hit our balls, and there was this tree that was it like the leaves were coming off it, and the leaves were all white. So, like, we had hit into this, and this happened in a couple different holes. They had these trees, and it was so impossible to find the ball because we're hitting white golf balls. Um, that was the this was the last night we hit white golf balls. We then bought neon green and yellow ones, but we were having a hard time finding them. And there were these Australians behind us, and they yep, in the UK, you treat people like shit, you end up being chinned. Yep, 100%. Um, so, yeah, there were these Australians, young guys, behind us who were getting frustrated. So we finally just said, "Okay, we're gonna hit the ball," and we hit it up onto we just dropped a ball, hit it up on the thing. We took our penalty. It is what it is. And while we were up on the green, they hit onto the green. And this guy that I was golfing with, he was easily in his 60s, most likely in his 70s. Goes, "Motherfucker." And he goes over and he stomps the ball into the green. And I'm like, "Oh God, here it comes." And these guys come riding up on their cart. And I mean, New Zealanders and Aussies are always down for a fight. And I mean, they were ready to fist fight. And you know, I'm 40, or actually, no, I was in my 30s then. I was in my 30s. This guy and his wife who are like in their 60s and 70s, and I'm looking at these guys, and they're all in their 20s and 30s, and I'm like, I have to take on four of these guys. This is gonna suck. But they come up, they get in each other's face, they scream back and forth, and then this is one thing I will say about people from uh, a lot of the Commonwealth countries. Um, they get very pissed, but they're also quick to let it go. So they had their little argument, and then we're like, "Okay, I shouldn't have done that." And the other goes, "Yeah, I shouldn't have hit into you." And they shook hands, and they shook hands and hugged, and I'm like, "Jesus Christ." And I was like, like I told him after we hit our, because it was only a nine hole league under the lights because it was too hot during the summer. You could only play at night. And we sat in the thing, and I was like, if that would have been in America, it would have been a fist fight. And they're like, only if someone's being an absolute dick would it be a fist fight. But I had to laugh about that. Okay, I am looking at the time. Um, I am going to turn on uh, the redirect so everyone goes to Georgie and Coop, where you don't have to deal with the drama that I bring. I don't even bring the drama. They bring it to me. People bring it to me. Um, is this? That's Tuesday, Georgine Coop. It's Wednesday. Where's their Monday show? I do not see their Monday show. Yeah, I'm not seeing it. What the hell? Well, I see Mo in the Deep End and Just J Hip. So I'll tell you what, we will go to Just J Hip. So if you guys just let this play. Oh, Jeremy, thank you for being here. Good morning. That's the best part of traveling, meeting new and different cultures, right? Right? Like, why would you want to only go to Western countries? I don't get it. But I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to wrap this up and end this. Stick around, and this will redirect everyone to J-Hip. And then I will be over in, I might be over there for a little bit, but I'll be over in Georgine Coops as soon as they start up. Bring the drama to the UK. Right? Right? All right, guys. Thank you for being here. Thank you for all the questions, comments, and as always, thank you for being worth serving.
Coffee brewing as the sun peeks through the haze. Birds are chirping, serenading morning's praise. Front porch creaks as dreams fade away. America's awakened to a brand new day. Old vinyl spinning a sweet old tune. Day starts dancing under a sleepy moon. Loose print smudges on fingers of grace. America's awakened at her own steady pace. Sips of sunshine in a coffee cup. Simple moments lifting spirits up. From the mountains to the sandy shore. Morning in America, want just a little more. Neighbors waving with a friendly rise. Kids with backpacks chasing daylight skies. Eyes cooling on a windowsill so fine. America's awakened with a heart full of shine. Old vinyl spinning a sweet old tune. Day starts dancing under a sleepy moon. Newsprint smudges on fingers of grace. America's awakened at her own steady pace. Sips of sunshine in a coffee cup. Simple moments lifting spirits up. From the mountains to the sandy shore. Morning in America, wanting just a little more. Neighbors waving with a friendly rise. Kids with backpacks chasing daylight skies. Eyes cooling on a windowsill so fine. America's awakened with a heart full of shine. Neighbors waving with a friendly rise. Kids with backpacks chasing daylight skies. Eyes cooling on a windowsill so fine. America's awakened with a heart full of shine. Tractors rumble, fields coming alive. Big wheels turning where hopes and dreams strive. Laughter echoes down the old dirt road. America's awakened to lighten her load.